what's up? It's your girl Danny DMC. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you are part of the Confidence Crew. Okay, I know you're all like, where have you been? I know, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. Okay? It's been some time. I'm not even gonna lie. I can't even act like it hasn't been some time. It's been some time. There's been a lot of changes, a lot of growth, a lot of development. It's been a hectic time, but it's been a good time. Why am I nervous? Girl, you're Danny DMC. Get it together. If you guys are new here, I am Danny. I am a confidence activist. I am a model. I am a content creator. I am your fashionable big sis, your confident big sis, always giving you energy to go on and be the best version of yourself possible, regardless if other people agree or not, because their opinions are none of our business. I really started my career on YouTube, and I've been slacking on YouTube. I have not been giving you guys the love and attention you deserve. We are in my bathroom today. We're at my vanity right now because I'm about to get ready. I'm going to a concert with my friends tonight. We're going to see Jhené Aiko, Tink, Kiana Lead, I think that's how you say it, Coi Leray. I'm so excited. It's at Staples Center, so right in the neighborhood, and I'm just really geeked. I feel like I owe you guys a life update. Angel's texting me right now. What are you gonna wear? Clearly I can't multitask. So yeah, here we are. I'm gonna do like a get ready with me life update type of situation. Whoa. Hydro Flask always on deck. I have so many things to update you guys on. We need to just like get right into it. I have a big girl friendly chair at my vanity, so I'm able to sit crisscross applesauce, and it makes me so happy. Okay, so let me start with skin prep because there's a lot that's gonna go into this. I'm not gonna talk you guys, this is really a life update. This is not really a get ready with me. If you have any questions about my makeup, you can ask them in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer them. I'm obsessed with my makeup routine right now. So I feel like all my products are fire that I'm using. I've also finally, where do I start? I don't even know where to start. Okay, before we get into all of the thick of it, make sure you subscribe to this channel. I'm like back in full force, and you guys know me. If there's one thing about me is I am very consistent. If I'm gone, it's for a reason, and I'm gonna be back. Back up on my bullshit, back up on the scene. Okay, I'm not Jhené Aiko. Also, I just snapped off beats, so ignore that. But I'm so excited to see her tonight. Am I gonna cry at this concert? Maybe, but like I've really been channeling and learning that crying is good. I'm a crier. I just wanna let you guys know. I know everyone thinks I'm like really tough and I'm the strong friend, and I am, but like strong friends can be criers too, and I am a crier. I just cry alone, not in front of other people. But I love a good cry. I cried last night. Okay, so I'm gonna do my skin prep, get my shit going so we can really get into the thick of it. I feel like I should have done a Q&A, but also I just wanna like speak and tell you like a life update and like what I've been going through. So this year's been crazy, 2024, can't believe we're here. I turned 31 in April, which is still insane. And there's so many things I have to say about 30s. Like, it's crazy how I guess when I was younger, I thought 30 was, I didn't think it was old, but I knew it was older. You know what I mean? But I swear to God, this is like the youngest I've ever felt, but also with the support of adulthood. So like, I low-key feel like, I don't even know how to describe this. Like, how you felt when you were a teenager, like young, wild, and free. Like Wiz Khalifa is playing, you're in a convertible, summertime shy, because I'm from Chicago. You're, smoking a joint with your friends in the car, and Young, Wild, and Free by Wiz Khalifa comes on, and you're like, yeah, like this is what it's all about. That's how I feel, but like I'm not afraid to get caught. You know what I'm saying? Because like I'm an adult, and I'm like, whoa, I'm an adult. That's crazy. But like that's really where I'm at. And like, don't get it wrong, it's just as scary as your 20s and unpredictable, but you like have the resources to know like you can get through it, which I love, because like for a long time, things were hard in my life, and when they were hard, I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna get through this. Like this is so, it felt so like all encompassing and so dramatic, when you're younger. But now it's like, okay, there is so much chaos in life, and that's always gonna happen. There's always gonna be highs and lows in life, and that's inevitable. We can't avoid that. But you start to learn, like I always say to you guys, like you have to fuel your, I always give this example of like a vault. Like if you had a bank vault, every time you do something for yourself or you go through adversity and get through it, you're like depositing into that vault and proving to yourself, like, I can show up for myself. I can get through this. Like, I am gonna be able to carry on and it's all gonna be okay and I'm gonna figure it out. And my bank is full. My vault is filled to the top of the brim, okay? Like I have that confidence in myself that I can get through anything. And even if it feels so hard and so overwhelming in the moment, like I'm gonna be okay and I'm gonna get through it. And that is a blessing. It always takes me forever to get my eyebrows to lay down. I don't know why. I feel like I have the most difficult brows in the world. Like they just don't want to behave and like stay down no matter what gel I use. I go back and forth between the Refy. I even use Got To Be sometimes, but like it just doesn't do it for me. So life update 2024. Okay, the first thing let's talk about is health, because this is such an important topic for me. And I'm always trying to bridge this gap of like the conversation of health. I think being a fat person my entire life, I always was like yelled at by skinny people about health and weight and how they're synonymous. And I just hated that so much. And I refused to believe that. And I really had my own personal journey with health and figuring out what that looked like for me, like, and learning that health and weight are not synonymous, and really changing my mindset of like what I had been fed of like, you have to lose weight. And instead focusing on the health aspect. What am I putting into my body? How am I treating my body? So I've had a huge shift. Really, my shift fully began June 2016 when I had gastric sleeve surgery. So that was 8 years ago. I can't count. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 8 years ago? Hold on, you guys, I can't count. 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 8 years ago. That's insane. Wow. Okay. So yeah, I had gastric sleeve 8 years ago. If you're new here, you might not know that, but I've talked about that pretty much like my whole journey. Because it happened many years before I even got into content creation. And everyone has their own opinions, on surgeries and things like that, which everyone is, you know, obligated to their opinion. I don't care about anyone's opinions. For me, it was one of the best decisions I ever made in my life mentally. Obviously after you get gastric sleeve, like your body doesn't change overnight. You have to, you know, you have a huge tool, but you have to utilize that tool. And then a lot of people, especially 8 years post-op, 3 years post-op, start to gain the weight back. And you can gain all the weight back. And I'm so grateful that that wasn't the case for me, because I really made a lot of lifestyle changes. That being said, don't get me wrong, I definitely had some struggles with, like, I did fall back into gaining a bit of weight, but I never, you know, gained a crazy amount back, because I'm not someone that's super focused on weight. I'm focused on how I treat my body and what I'm putting into my body. So for me, 2021 was a pretty hard year mental health wise. I really struggled with anxiety and I was having pretty bad panic attacks. So in 2022, I kind of stopped taking care of my body like I normally would. I started eating a lot of sugar again, a lot of just like eating out again. And I knew I needed to like revamp my lifestyle and get back to who I'd really become and like what is important to me. So now I made a lot of changes after 2020 as well. But now I'm definitely like the healthiest I've been, I think, ever. Am I the healthiest I've been ever? I would like to think so. And again, that doesn't equate to weight, you know, like, yes, I have lost some weight since 2022 and everyone on the internet loves to talk about it. But it is not like this huge, it's way less than what I lost from gastric sleeve. Again, I wasn't online when that happened, but I weighed less when I started YouTube than I weigh now. I'm 240 pounds now. I'm still very much a plus size woman. If I go to the doctor, they tell me I'm morbidly obese. I'm a size 16. And luckily, I don't care what anyone has to say about my body, but I've made all these changes that make me feel so happy. So some of them are, I don't eat meat, I'm pescatarian, predominantly vegetarian. I don't drink alcohol, I don't smoke of any kind. I don't do any other drugs. I don't drink caffeine, I don't drink juice, I don't drink soda. I say pop, but I get a hard sign for it. What else? I eat really, really clean, and I'm just very aware of what I put in my body. And I've been so happy and consistent with my workouts and just moving my body, being active, and just, I don't know, I've gotten so much from this health journey, and it is not linear. Let me tell you. I'm not telling you I'm on my P's and Q's every single day. I literally 2 days ago just made the Dubai chocolate and yes, ate it all by myself. So like, this is not something that I always want to open the doors to have communication about health, because I think so often in the plus size community, we're like yelled at from smaller people and we can't receive it because we're often told like, lose weight, lose weight. Where I disagree. I don't think that's the best way to go about it. I think the best way to go about it is, first, I want you to come to me, and I want to be able to remind you that right now in this moment, you are perfect. You don't need to change a thing about your outer appearance. You are absolutely beautiful. No matter what you weigh, no matter what the world has told you, you are perfect in this moment. Then from there, when you have this level of self-love, you want to take care of yourself. And I'm still not talking about outward appearance. You want to take care of your body and do acts of self-love, whether that's like an everything shower or a good skincare routine, or you want to smell nice, you want to dress nice, you want to, douse your body in self-love. Like that was how my journey started. Then you start to want to take care of your insides, and you want to start to drink more water, and you want to start to, take your vitamins and take your supplements. Or for me, I started taking anti-anxiety medicine, and you want to start doing these things to take care of your mental, your physical, your interpersonal. And like, I think the best thing for me is that I don't focus on the scale. I don't focus on a number. It triggers me. Literally, if you are a big kid, it will trigger you because you were told to focus on that your whole life. And I don't think that's what we need to focus on. I think we need to focus on how we treat our bodies and, how we treat our minds. And if you're doing that, then the people that attack us, if they do that as well, you can't attack people, because when you truly love yourself, there is no room for self-hatred. I mean, that too, there's no room for self-hatred, but there's no room for external hatred towards anyone, any people, any group, any individual. It can't be there. It can't live. It can't exist because you are happy with who you are. So you have no hate to give. So I feel like lately I've just really felt at peace. And I think that a lot of that has to do with my health journey. And I always feel better mentally, spiritually, emotionally when I take care of my body and I show up for my body and feed it what it needs. So that's my first part of my life update. I've been really happy with that. And, some weeks I'm not consistent, but I try to, just remember that if I do this for myself, it's an act of self-love and self-care, not ordering Postmates all the time. And I love cooking anyway. So like cooking for myself and cooking for people I love, and, using healthy, clean ingredients, working out, going to the gym, getting that movement in, even if it's going for a walk, like it just makes me feel so good. And like I'm really showing up for myself. So that's been a big change I've implemented in the last year that I've been really happy about. Okay, I had to do my brows off camera because I needed to concentrate. So next part of my life update is travels. Am I moving? What's going on in my life? So I just spent the last month and a half, it's August. I can't believe it's August. Can we talk about that? This year is like, it's crazy. Every year just keeps moving faster and faster. It's actually insane. But I just spent the last month and a half. So June, pretty much end of May to middle July traveling. I was in Italy for 2 weeks, for my family reunion. And then I was in London for a month, and it was incredible. So many of you were so upset that I didn't vlog, and I'm so sorry, but I was really like going through a lot, healing, like needing to spend time with myself and just be disconnected in a certain degree. Like I was still posting on Instagram and TikTok and Snapchat a bit, but I really just needed like some time for myself. And one thing I want you guys to always know is like, I practice what I preach. I don't say anything that I don't implement in my own life. And I'm always going to prioritize myself and my mental health and well-being over the internet and social media. And I think that's what makes me a great person. And that's what makes me so confident and have so much self-love, is that I take really, really good care of myself. And I know when to turn off and when to unplug and when, I just need to be with me and not, you know, in front of a camera. And while I love being on camera, and that really is where I'm meant to be for my career, it's really important to find that work-life balance and be able to take care of yourself enough to know when to take a break. And I needed a break from YouTube for sure. And now I'm back because I'm better. But London was insane. Don't get me wrong. A part of me wishes I had like vlogged so that I had like a video diary of everything that I experienced, because it was just like, talk about eat, pray, love. It was my eat, pray, love moment. Like, I kid you not. It was just unmatched. It was healing. It was revitalizing. It was rejuvenating. It was just like all the things I really needed to experience. And I even ended up going back to Italy to see my cousins for a weekend, because one of my cousins, Francesco, put on a music festival in the town I'm from, or the town my family's from. That's the thing about London, is it's so close to everything. And, or not everything, but you can travel so many places, where America is so big, it's like so far removed from everything. It's so much harder to travel places internationally. So I was able to go back to Italy, to the town my family's from, and see them, spend the weekend with my family and my cousins. I literally felt like I was in a rom-com. Like, it was just like, or not a rom-com, a coming of age. I felt like I was like in a coming of age movie, and like we rode bikes everywhere, and it was just honestly, again, so healing and amazing. So that leads me to my continued life update, is I'm going back. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't want you guys to be shook or surprised if in the very, very near future I move to London. I'm just gonna be so honest with you. Like, I've always had this calling to London for like as long as I can remember. Like, it's actually pretty crazy. And I feel like the reason I always wanted to live there for a certain amount of time, but I never was able to. Like, I was supposed to go there on a college like exchange program, study abroad situation, and I wasn't able to go because I got surgery the summer of 2016. And I always wanted to be there. Like, I always knew I was like meant to spend time there. I visited a lot as a kid, you know, had some family trips there, but like I wanted more time there. And then it basically happened that I was going to Italy with my dad, and I was booking travel for us. So I booked his return flight, and I was like, like a year out from our trip. And I was like, I don't think I'm going to book my return flight yet. It's so crazy how I like preemptively, is that the right word? Like, I just knew I shouldn't book my return flight yet. So I didn't. And then when the time, like when it got closer, I'm like, okay, I need to figure out what I'm doing. I was like, I just said to my dad, like, I think I'm going to go to London. And he's like, do it. Like, go for it. And we have family friends that live there. They let me stay with them, which was incredible. And yeah, it just was like unreal and like super magical being there. And I just felt so happy and so alive. And since I've been home, I've missed it so much. Like, it's not even funny how much I've missed it. And it just felt like home being there. Like, I don't know. I took public transit everywhere. The public transportation system there is actually unreal. Like, America could never. The people are amazing. Everyone is so kind. And like, you know, if you're not from a big city, you might not think that, like, people were saying, you think people are kind here? Like, you should go to Manchester, or, you know, more in the countryside or whatever. But like, you guys, I'm from Chicago. I lived in New York. Like, London is nice to me. Like, people would come up to me all the time, like, I love your outfit and da-da-da. But my friends in London were saying, that's because you're American and they know and they think you're cool and da-da-da. And I was like, no, I'm just a cool girl. Leave me alone. It has nothing to do with the fact that I'm American. I'm British. But yeah, I could definitely see myself living in London. 100%. Like, there's no doubt in my mind. So I just want everyone, I want us to have this conversation as a family, so no one is shocked or disappointed. Or I feel like you guys will be geeked for me, because I will be showing you so much. It'll be like you live in London, and all of my London followers are gonna be so happy. I already know, because you guys support me so much. Like, I swear I ride for the UK way harder than the US. I feel like anyone knows that about me. If you watch my fashion videos, all I talk about is UK fashion. I get so much inspo when I'm over there. It's like actually unreal. And the shopping, don't play with me. Literally do not play with me. But yeah, so I had the best time in London. So that being said, let me tell you about my travels coming up. So New York Fashion Week is coming up. I've never been like a huge Fashion Week girly. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like it's still not made for us big girls at all. I do feel like either we get left out of a lot of stuff, like we don't get invites and things like that, or we get invites and then we sit at a show and there's not one plus size model and there's not one plus size article of clothing. And it's like, why am I here? You want me to post on my socials. You want me to support a company that literally doesn't carry clothes for me. Can we make that make sense? And it doesn't make sense. So, yeah, that's like, I went to New York Fashion Week in February and it was cool and it was fun and, you know, it was a good time. I went to a couple shows, brought Naz to a couple things with me. She brought me to a couple things with her, but I wasn't blown away. And I used to go to Fashion Week when I first, you know, was in the modeling industry, 2017, 2018, 2019, before COVID, and wasn't wowed. But another life update, I got a publicist. And I'm really, really excited about it because I think it's going to help me take my career to the next level. And for me, like, the most important thing about my career always is amplifying my voice. The more people I can touch, the more people that can hear me, hear my message, and then I can help change people's lives. Like, that's all I've ever wanted to do. And I want to inspire women. I want to be known as someone that is who I am when the camera's not on, you know? Like, this is who I've been since I was young. This is just like who I naturally am, and I want everyone to feel this way. Like, I want everyone to have the energy I have and the love, the self-love that I have, like the internal love that I have, because it changes your life. I've always said this to you guys, it changes every aspect of your life. Your career, your romantic relationships, your friendships, your job, I already said career, your home life, like everything, like literally every single aspect, your spirituality, your religion, your connection with God or a higher power, like just everything. Self-love and confidence is the root of all that is good. That's like, we're a better world. Our humanity is better. You can care more for other people when you love yourself. Water break. Okay, so got a publicist. She's like, we're going to do New York Fashion Week. She's coming with me, which I'm so excited. So I will vlog, so you will see her. And that's going to be amazing. And then I'm going to go, so that's September 5th through the 11th. Then after that, I fly back to London and I'm going to do London Fashion Week, which is that week. And then after that, at the end of the month, my parents are going to be in Paris. And so I'm going to meet them. I'm going to take the Eurostar because I'm in London. So I'm staying the whole month of September and I think all of October too in London. I'm basically slowly moving there, you guys. I'm just keeping it so real with you. But I'm going to take the Eurostar, which is like a quick and easy trip to Paris and be with my parents. And they happen to be there same week as what? Say it with me, Paris Fashion Week. So I'm going to be attending all over the world. She's going on a world tour, ladies and gentlemen. So obviously you're going on a world tour with me. I'm really excited for that. And again, I'm so excited to be back in London. And this time I promise I'll have my camera and I promise I will show you what my everyday life looks like there. And I will definitely be vlogging on Instagram as well. And TikTok, and I always on Snapchat as well. How's my skin looking? Crazy right now? Just wait. I really feel like the key with makeup is to do everything wet, get your face super wet, and then set it all down with powders and sprays. And that has really been working for me. Okay, I'm gonna blend this all out. The Huda Beauty concealer is literally goated for me. Like, I am in love with her. I use 2 different shades. The shade I'm using right now is Cotton Candy. And I love this one so much. And then I'll go in with like a brighter one right under my eyes for, to kind of just like brighten up the like center of my face. And that is in the shade Marmalade? Meringue, not Marmalade. So yeah, that is that life update. I have so many updates, you guys. I just feel like it's been a really chaotic time for me. It's been a really emotional time for me. A lot of loss, a lot of grieving, a lot of transitions. Now, I will say for someone like me, I do adapt to change pretty well. I've experienced a lot of change in my life, and I experienced a lot of change in my life at a young age too. So I can adapt to change. But when it's like emotional change, it is hard. I think another thing that's been really hard for me, kind of touching on London as well, is being so far from my family. If you guys have gathered anything over the years, it is that I am a family girl. Like, my family means everything to me. And I've lately been feeling like, what am I doing in LA? I've been here for 7 years. 7 years. That's crazy. This August will be 7 years. August 7th will be 7 years. And I just feel like I'm getting that itch of like, this is the longest I've ever lived like anywhere besides like growing up. Like, and I've lived a lot of different places. So normally I feel like I've had the itch to leave LA for years now. You ask any of my friends, they all knew from the moment I moved here, this place was not permanent. It's been amazing for my career, and I can say nothing but phenomenal things about LA for my career. Like, it has been the place I needed to be, but I just feel like, hold on. Priorities. I feel like I'm yearning for more in my personal private life, because that is one thing, you guys, is like, I love being a content creator. I love being out in the public, but I also really value my private life. And there's a lot that I keep to myself, and I've had to learn to keep to myself throughout the years. And I feel like the older I get, the more private I get, and the more I like, you know, having my family private and my relationships private and my friendships private, and you know, just like marveling in them alone and keeping them safe, because the internet is such a mean and scary place. And it's not how it used to be. When I first started this career, I was like so ready to give everything because it felt safe and it felt really community oriented. And now it is not like that. It's giving bully oriented. It's giving what I went through as a child. And people don't actually know who you are on the internet. The only people that really know who I am are my followers since the beginning, that have like, you know, watched so much of my content. You can't help but not know me because it's exactly who I am. Okay, I just went on a tangent and like forgot what I was talking about, but I miss my family. And oh yeah, LA. I just feel like, you know, I don't necessarily want to be in this world anymore. I do feel like the content creation space has gotten so oversaturated, which is amazing. Like, I love seeing all the different beautiful people and the diversity in bodies and race and religion and everything. Like, that is what makes up the world. So that's what I want to see displayed on social media. But I do feel like after 2020, with like the TikTok craze and everything like that, everyone rushed to move to LA. This place was already overpopulated. Okay. Now it's beyond overpopulated. And I just feel like it gets a bit like mundane. Like, I see all the same people, all the same time. Everyone's making the same content, doing the same things. And I feel like when I'm not here, I'm almost more inspired for work because real life inspires me. Like, I don't just get my passion from, you know, wanting to be famous or wanting my numbers to grow, you know, and I'm not saying everyone here is like that, because I do feel like LA gets a bad rap for that. But I do think that being in a city where, even like back home in Chicago or London, where like the small percentage is famous, is a celebrity, is a content creator, is, you know, you fill in the blank in the creative industry. It's like your whole world isn't consumed by that. And I like that. And I actually get more inspiration seeing everyday people, like even just being on the tube and people watching, like I can see like people's insecurities or what people struggle with, or what would be a good idea for a video, because I want to inspire someone to be more confident in this area. Like, oh, I see this girl hiding her stomach on the tube and I can tell she's really insecure about it. Let me make a video about showing your belly off, you know, like just like that's like a small example of some of the things I experienced while being there. So yeah, I just feel like there's a lot of reasons I'm like, I feel like I'm ready to transition from LA. And I'm not saying I'm going to do it overnight, because I'm literally in a lease, which I could break my lease, but that's a lot and it's expensive. But I just feel like I'm preparing myself for change that I think would be good for all of us. I'm going to be honest, all of us, meaning me and the Confidence Crew, because our family needs to continue to evolve. And I really see myself getting more into like public speaking, and I would love to do like red carpets and more hosting opportunities and, you know, again, ways to amplify my voice. I love doing fashion and I love creating content, but I have so much more to give than just that. I just got concealer all over these Skims pants. That's crazy. So yes, that's my pre-life update. I could see myself moving for sure. And I'm starting to draw inspiration from the idea of living in other places. And I think it would be better for all of us. Because my biggest goal, like I said, is to amplify my voice, is to get my message spread. And I think it'd be cool to go into another market and be able to do that as well. Setting my under eyes. It's so hard to talk and do your makeup at the same time. Whoa, beauty gurus, I give it to you guys. So kind of like I was saying earlier, I feel like what's more important than celebrity for me is impacting people's lives. I really think that I was like put on this earth to do that. And sometimes I feel like me, Danny DMC, like it's not even about me. Like I'm a vessel. I was meant to pass on this message. And that's why I want to do things that are bigger than me, that leave a bigger impact than like just my social media, you know, platforms. So yes, I'm also working on leaving my footprint on the fashion industry, which I've been working on for quite some time. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, I just like, life is lifing, and I'm a mover and a shaker, and I'm always gonna move and I'm always gonna shake, and I'm ready for it. I'm so excited to see Jhené Aiko tonight. She always gets me in my feels, so I'm trying to do my makeup as sturdy as I can so that if I cry, it doesn't totally wreck me and my face that I've created for the night. Like I said, I have definitely been emotional lately, and I'm okay with that. I feel like there's been a lot of transitions in my life, and sometimes that's overwhelming. Like, it's a lot to take on. I've had relationships change, I've had friendships change, and I feel like I'm always reminded, like, the world always reminds me, sometimes not in the softest, most gentlest way. So like, world, universe, we could work on that if you want. But I feel like I am always very often, very regularly reminded that I'm alone. And it's not like I'm lonely. It's like, we just want to remind you, the universe, that there are figures in your life, like almost like chess pieces, and they're always going to move. The only ones that have really been constant throughout my life are my mom, my dad, and my sister. Everything else moves. And sometimes I'm not okay with those movements because I get comfortable, and it's very rare that I feel safe with people or that I trust people. But I feel like I'm really in a heavy time right now of being reminded that I don't have control of that. The only thing I have control of is that my chess piece, my queen, I don't play chess, you guys literally don't even know what they're called, can't move. She is solid, 10 toes down. I don't think chess pieces have toes, but you get what the I'm saying. And that's really like the importance of what my whole message is, my purpose is. I learned so young, at the youngest age, that I was alone. I was always too much for everyone. I was too loud, too charismatic, too much of a burden, too this, too that, too fat, too ugly, too whatever. And recently I had a therapy session, and I was telling my therapist, like, people just always like make me feel like I'm too much. And he said, well, do you feel like you're too much? And I was like, no, I've never felt like I was too much. Like, even as a kid, it was all these outside forces that tried to convince me that I was too much. I've never felt like I was too much. And that's really all that matters, you guys, is like that relationship we have with self. When people let you down, which they're gonna do, no one cannot let you down, because only you can truly be the best person to yourself. Only you can show up for you the exact way you know you need to be showed up for. And if you put that expectation on anyone else, they're gonna fail you, because no one knows you the way you know yourself. No one can read your mind except you. And I just feel like I've really been reminded of that lately. And I think that also gives me the courage to potentially move, and especially overseas or so far away, and start over where I essentially know no one. Because like, I got me. Like, for real. That is such an amazing feeling to have. And as long as there's one person in this universe that doesn't feel that way, I'm always gonna do my work, because that's what I was meant to do. That's literally what I was put on this earth for. Also, if you're judging me because my powder's everywhere, it's like setting for a second, okay? So like, don't judge me, we're gonna fix it. Okay, I forgot that I wanna use my baby angel, who I'm going to the Jhené Aiko concert with tonight. You may know him as Mac Zaddy. Brought me over some Artist Couture products, and I wanna use them, especially since we're going out together tonight. And he has this one like eye glitter. That's definitely not what it's called. I'm so sorry, Angel. I'm like being disrespectful by even calling it that. What is it called? The shade's Epiphany. I know that. It's the Diamond Lights Finisher. Loose Pearls. Oh my God. And I really want to put that like here on my eyes. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Also, no idea what I'm wearing, so gonna have to figure that out. And I'm putting pink on now, so gotta do something with that. Okay, here we go. Look at that. Like, what? Okay. Shut up. Wait, hold on. I need to be filming this. Oh, it just dropped some. Okay, whatever. I'll do that in a second. This is chaotic. This is chaotic. Hold on. You guys, I'm doing my makeup for the Jhené Aiko concert tonight, and I'm filming for YouTube. Don't you worry. but I'm using Angel, aka Mac Daddy's brand Artist Couture, the diamond finisher in the shade Epiphany. Like, what? Is this an actual joke? I don't think I've ever been so obsessed with something in my life. This is crazy. This is actually insane. Okay, another life update is that I've been so into makeup, and I feel like I need to share more with you guys because I got all the fucking tips. Oh my god, I have so much makeup on me. Why did I wear this set to do this video again? Skims literally just sent me this set. And I was like, oh yeah, I could totally do my makeup wearing this. Okay, Artist Couture. Also, another life update. You guys, take a shot every time I say life update, coming from the girl that doesn't drink. I have not worn lashes in so long. It's crazy, like strip lashes, because I was getting lash extensions like years ago. I stopped doing that, but I was also wearing lash extensions for the longest. And I mean like adhesive lashes, strip lashes, and I'm over it. Like, I just love my natural lashes, and it's because of Grande Lash. I use this combo like on my day-to-day. Right now I'm using Better Than Sex because it's like a nighttime look. But the primer and then this Grande Fanatic, it makes your lashes grow. And it's insane. Okay, I'm also going to use this Artist Couture palette for my blush. This is the Love Sprung palette. Let's see. I'm going to use Swoon Me and Baby Bloom. I'm going to just mix them. And then I want to mix one other color to give it a little cool tone. I'm going to do Kylie Winter for under the eye. Is it just me or does my makeup look phenomenal? Am I tripping? Am I the hottest girl you've ever seen? Besides when you look in the mirror. If you make a crazy face when you put mascara on, you have to subscribe. It's a rule. Pro tip, every time you put a lip liner on, sharpen it. Guys, is it because you're with me that my makeup is like don't get me wrong, my makeup's always on point, but like tonight, we're showing out. You're showing out. Alrighty. Let's finish my lip. All right, guys, we are nearing the end of my makeup routine, and which means I have to get dressed. We're nearing the end of this video. So those are pretty much all my life updates. I know you guys have been drilling me and asking the most burning questions, and I just hope from this video, sorry, you can gather that I am kind of moving in a direction where I'm more focused on my message and less about my personal life. And I hope that you can respect that. I know everyone's dying, burning question is, you know, what's been going on with my relationship. I am single, have been single for almost 4 months now. And it's a scary time. It's a sad time. It's a beautiful time. And everything was super amicable. There's nothing but love and respect and always will be. And it's time for a new chapter in my life, and I'm actually looking forward to it, and I'm really excited for it, and I'm excited for you guys to be a part of it with me and to go on this journey and to experience new things. You know, I've never been 31 before. I've, you know, never walked in this year of my life. I've never dealt with, you know, the things I'm dealing with, and I'm excited to see what I do with it, because I feel like I always do. When things are crazy and different, I always make some crazy shit happen. And I love that for me. It's one of my favorite traits about myself, is seeing where I go when adversity hits and what I do with it and how I turn it around and make it my bitch. And yeah, I'm excited to talk more about where I'm going on this journey and, you know, confidence through it all. Confidence through single life. First time being single for real in 7 years. And that's a whole different journey that I am ready for. And we're gonna go through it together, just like everything that we've gone through in the past 7 years, 8 years, 6 years, 7 years I've lived here. I don't even know how long I've lived here. So I love you guys. I appreciate you so much. I'm so grateful that you've been on this journey with me. And although it may seem like a bumpy ride right now, I promise you, you don't want to get off this ride. That is one thing I can promise you. I've been in this industry, in this career now for 7 years, since 2017, and I feel like I have not even touched the tip of the iceberg. I have so much left to give, and I'm just so grateful whether you are an OG follower, you're a brand new follower and just found me today, or you're somewhere in the middle. I'm so grateful for you, and this is going to be an epic ride together that we have. I'm really, really excited for this next chapter. So strap in, like always. Now's the time. Hit that subscribe button, join the family, join the confidence crew, and comment below what you want to see next. Do you want to see me do more makeup, more outfits, more talks? Do we want to talk about dating and navigating single life? Like, what do we want to talk about? Do we want girl talk? Do we want self-love dates? Let me know, and you know I will always deliver. And I promise you, I'm back and better than ever, baby. And this next chapter is going to be the best one yet. I'm ready. I love you guys so much. Tell me I look cute. Or don't, because I know it already. I love you, and make sure you catch up with me on Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, Facebook. You name it, I'm on it. You already know the vibes. I love you guys, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.